Hi YouTube and fellow Doctor Who fans, it's me, I'm back again, and this time I'm going to be talking about the second story from the Doctor Who Beginnings box set, which is called The Daleks. But before I get into that, I just want to tell you guys I am recovering from a bit of a cold, so apologies if I start coughing, but I'll try to keep it down to a minimum. So The Daleks is a really good story. It's a second story from the William Hartnell era. And it's the first story to introduce an alien race, but both the audience and the Doctor. And this race happens to be the Daleks. Anyone that knows Doctor Who automatically know who and what the Daleks are, and they're really iconic to the show itself. I found the story really good. It's a little bit long though. I found it dragged in some places. But despite that, I was really entertained by it, and I was really drawn into it, and I really believed the characters, and I really liked the characters, not just the main Doctor and his companions, but I mean also the other supporting cast. Let's just have a look at the box itself. Let's just have a look at the cover. We have a picture of William Hartnell, the Doctor. We have two Daleks going down this hallway, and a Dalek which is standing in front of this abandoned city, which is part of the episode. It's 12, so anyone over in the States who doesn't know what that means, basically anyone that's 12 and over can watch this episode. It's not really violent, but it is a bit scary because the Daleks are perceived as being scary, especially to young children. So if you've got children who are under 12 years old that want to watch this, I would let them, but I would sit with them while they actually watch this, so at least they're supervised. We've got a picture of William Hartnell, the man himself, and with the William Hartnell years, 1963 to 1966. We have a spine there, which is quite good. It quite sticks out, especially because it has the part of the Dalek city down there. And we have a back here as well, which has a series of images, as we always do. A blurb about what the episode is about, and we have a list of special features. And this is written by the man who created the Daleks, who first fought them up, which is called Terry Nation. So at least we know that this episode is in safe hands, or was in safe hands. For anyone who particularly likes to know, this episode was originally broadcast between the 21st of December 1963 to the 1st of February 1964. What was this? So I mean, this went on for quite some time. The special features, there's not many special features on this disc. The only one that's really worth watching is a documentary called Creation of the Daleks, which is about a 20 to 30 minute documentary telling you about how the Daleks were first created and what they meant to viewers, and it's really interesting. It's a 7-part episode. Let's just open it up. It's 7 parts long. We've got a booklet there telling you about what the episode is about. It's got no spoilers about what the episode is or about what the story is, so if you're like me and you like to read the booklets before you watch the episode, it won't give out any important plot points. And neither will I in this review either. I don't give out any important plot points. And we've got the disc there, which is pretty much the same as the front cover minus the Daleks, which is... Oh no, wait, we got some there behind the BBC logo there, which are kind of hidden, which kind of sucks. So, the Daleks. The story begins with the Doctor and his companions, the trio, Susan, Ian and Barbara. Sorry about that, guys. Landing on this mysterious planet. Now, they land in this mysterious forest, and the trees and all the vegetation seem to be turned to stone, and there seems to be no life whatsoever. Everything seems to be dead. There's no wind, there's no bird songs, there's no insects, there's no life, there's no animals, there's nothing. Everything seems to be dead. And then as they explore, the Doctor and his companions uncover or discover this futuristic city that seems to be untouched by all this devastation and destruction, and it seems to be in pristine condition. And when the Doctor first sees this city, he's intrigued by it. He wants to go down there. He's like a little kid in this chocolate factory that wants to go down there really desperately. But I mean, Ian and Bob and Susan say, "Oh, don't worry about it. Let's go back to the TARDIS and let's get out here." So eventually the Doctor is dragged back to his time machine, and even then he still wants to go back to the city and investigate, because he wants to be nosy. And then he sabotages his own time machine. So they have to. So I mean, the Doctor and his crew are forced to go down and explore the city to find Mercury, which the Doctor needs to get his TARDIS working again, or so they actually think. So they accept it, and they all go down to the they all go down to this strange city to explore, where they're captured by the Daleks, and they've absolutely no idea why. Also, at this time, they discover that they aren't feeling particularly well. They are feeling really, really weak, especially the Doctor. Strangely enough, the only one that doesn't seem to be affected as much is Susan. And sorry about that, guys. And the Daleks are studying them. They watch them on CCTV cameras, and as time goes on, we discover that the Daleks are not alone on this planet. They're not the only native people or creatures on this planet. They are also a tribe or group of people called the Thals, and we also discover that the Thals and the Daleks were the original occupants of this planet, which we find out is called Skaro. And for anyone who particularly is interested in this, Skaro is the native planet of the Daleks. That's what it's called. And we find out that the Thals and the Daleks have been going on, and they've been fighting through this, in this war, which has devastated their planet. It's absolutely destroyed it. The Daleks are always thinking about ways of destroying the Thals, but I mean, the Thals seem to be very, very innocent and peace-loving people, even though they were once warriors and fighters. But ever since the world has been destroyed, they've thought, well, what's the point of fighting when all that happens is all this destruction and death? So they have kind of shrunk into themselves and become peaceful. And the time comes when the Doctor and his companions are discussing with the Thals about the Daleks, and they convince them that, look, the Daleks aren't stupid. They're really, really intelligent, and they are full of hatred towards you guys. And sooner or later they will find out how to escape the confines of their city, because right now the Daleks can only move on metal floors, kind of like toy cars, which can only move on their metal tracks. So the Daleks can only move on metal floors. They can't move on stone or grass or sand or whatever. But the Doctor just tries to tell these Thals that sooner or later the Daleks will find a way of escaping the confines of that restriction of their abilities and come and destroy all the Thals. So the Thals just decide, look, enough's enough. We can't let these evil Daleks destroy us. and there's a right at the end. I'm not going to tell you what actually happens, but there is a confrontation between the Daleks and the Files and the Doctor and his companions, as well. And it's really, really good. It's a good story about freedom and actually racism as well. I find it really entertaining. It drags a lot. It's 7 parts long. It does drag in places, but it isn't entertaining rather. It would have been best as a 5-part or a 6-part, but as I said, I will forgive it. It's not my favourite it's not my favourite Dalek story. Sorry about that. It's actually not my favourite Dalek story ever, but it is in my top 5. So yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but the only special feature worthwhile watching on this disc is the creation of the Daleks, which is a documentary stating about how the Daleks were first created. So yeah, this is a really, really good story. I would recommend it. It's possibly my favourite story from the Beginnings box sets. I personally would give the Dalek story a 7 out of 10. So yeah, next time I'll be reviewing The Edge of Destruction, which is a really underestimated story. I really look forward to reviewing this story. So I'll be putting it up as soon as I can, guys. So if you've got any comments or questions below, put them below, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you as soon as I can, guys. Bye.